Acor gonna try and flash his teammate out through this door. Wow, he didn't even have any time for introductions, Hugo. We're just right into the swing of things, and there we go. It's a nice little flash to get BMAS out and reclaim that 4-on-4. Frozen makes a great deal of room appear on the back of this ramp control they were given earlier on. But is he about to get silenced? Indeed he is. From the heavens, he's dropped out. And in the blink of an eye, that round goes from a 4-on-4 to a 4v0. And, you know, now they don't. But Dexter, is he a man smarter than that? Yes, he is. Oh, no, he checked the box, but he doesn't win the fight. That's a disaster. All that room, all that space, and all those timings hit mean nothing if you can't get the kill. Astralis are not the kind of team you could afford to miss those shots on. And now you're just down to 2. It's Rops and BMAS left alive. Rops is going to deal with Magisk at the very, very least. And BMAS has also hit a little bit of a timing here, maybe to deal with Glaive. He hears him dropping down into the site, and now a bomb plant is made available. He plants for ramp, and that is the perfect call to have made. If it was planted for Decon or really anywhere else, that could have been swung by Astralis.
Device on the ramp with the AWP. Finding the first, flashed off, but he's going to dodge it and go back in for a second. The flash goes deep, and Device finds another. Oh, Device, bomb dropped, and he is making it look easy right now. 5-on-2, Mousesports barely getting kills here, not even as Glaive finds Frozen lurking garage. And it feels like Mousesports can't get anywhere outside, right? They may have taken, you know, ramp control in some of these previous rounds and gotten down to B, but right now in the yard, it doesn't matter who's there. Astralis are keeping control. Robs, 1-on-5, he's found the first, but Dupree should have him under lock and key right now. They will still cross because Device is flashed off, and that allows Mousesports to get down B. No one will rotate yet, but Glaive with the timing catches a player crossing. There's a bit of a block there as well.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, right? There was like a traffic jam outside, and maybe that could uproot them here. Rops doesn't check the top of Hup. By disrupting those outside smokes, we've already seen it happen twice now. It's given them just clear lines of sight for these outside fights.
Lots of room A, only one more man here. It's a great shot for BMAS, but again, no one checking up, no one looking to the sky.
So high up in elevation that he can't be spotted by the AWP of Acor. So Mousesports maybe going to try to tempt the vent drop, but to do that, you got to get past Dupree. Not the kind of guy you want to mess with. They even start to aggress into the lobby to add insult to injury. It's left onto Frozen. In a 1v4, 25 seconds, he's going to grab the bomb. But as he goes down into B, this site is not all clear. Magisk has already rotated from ramp. He's holding it down. And there it is. It's a lock-in for Astralis, 9-0. Rops is trying to come in on like a late backstab in through main to cut down some of these rotating players. Time being, he's just going to hold for a secret flank. There's the swing from Decon, traded by Frozen, and now things get a little more interesting. It's Device, the man who is immortal, the man who is still yet to die in this game. But this could be his first. There's very little time. Device is out of the round, and just in the nick of time, they get the bomb planted. Acor, there's another one over here at Decon, and he's lost his teammate at ramp, so Acor is sandwiched, stuck between a rock and a hard place, and there it is. Zip's going to delete him on the peak. There is a hold for Astralis. You still need these individuals to step up, though. There's the flick from Device, standing in the Molotov. He loses Magisk down inside of B, but it's a 2-on-3, a round that you're certainly going to give a look in, and they drop the bomb with 30 seconds left. Rops is a long way away, so Dexter might need to be the hero after all. Rops beginning his rotation down through the vent. Device looking to isolate this 1v1, but Rops is already here. Device, Eagle out, not opting for the AWP. Rops is flanking over towards window. He should be good for this trade. It's going to take something special, and it won't happen for Device. Not ready for Rops. Mousesports, they finally break the streak, and they get one.
Astralis in no hurry to drop lower, and actually they're waiting in the fade. Glaive's not falling for it. Zip's here as well, and they should just be able to mop them up. Good trade work, bomb drop, and Glaive tucked in the corner. He jumps out, getting out alive, forcing the fight, and somehow, some way, cleaning up this outside control. Mousesports, they thought they had the trick that would have caught Astralis off guard, but these Danes didn't falter for a second. They might have just gotten past him, but they're making plenty of noise on this B bomb site. And now Glaive realizes, okay, it is a B play. Plant allowed, but surely a retake round for Astralis.
Oh, wow, they've lost the first man. And Glaive jumping the gun a little bit there, right? Clearly feeling confident. Confidence ain't the key to unlocking this retake. It's a 4-on-4 now. And Astralis slow to move in. Oh, Magis just missing the timing. Oh, giving another chance. Acor trying to retrieve the gun. Now Rops is still coming in late to try. Oh, man, that's brutal. They were so ready for Rops. He's been doing these lurks time and time again, so they catch him in that rotation. The time's already gone, though. It is a Mousesports round. It's a bit of a weird one for Astralis.
Yeah, I think the rotations weren't set up in place because of Glaive missing all those timings, right? And even if you can't see through the smokes, they might kill you as well. Device hits a leg to Acor, Glaive finishing off Dexter, and down B, Mousesports go. But from, one enemy territory into the other, Magisk is still waiting here.
What's even the game plan here? They're going to try and charge into this A site. Acor's gone, and Glaive and Zip will double up between them.
But yeah, 3 players here for Astralis, and that's not even including how quick Device can get up into heaven and rotate. There's the push into the molly, and the bomb has been lost.
Oh, Zip, rain and death from above. And yeah, this is all but over. There it is, 13-2. Astralis looking scary, looking dominant, and really setting themselves up here to make some magic happen in Katowice. Device dropping in at that Molotov. That's going to try and force a player out from behind the silos. And Dexter and BMAS, they'll answer the call. They'll step into the fray. Dupree, Zeus out was ready.
No.
Ooh, Dupree.
Yeah, he wanted the plan.
Zeus ain't going to help you here. Frozen up on the rafters. Dupree taps the bomb, hoping that draws Frozen in for the kill, and it does. There's one for Dupree. Now, these USPs at ramp are a bit of a nuisance, so he does need help from Device. Device is taking fights of his own in the meantime, though. So these two, this iconic duo is separated, and Rops and BMAS will silence them both.
I don't think that round would have made all the difference.
I don't know, Hugo, right? You gotta.
Here he is.
Yeah, I mean,
always a doubter.
If I learned something yesterday from Mouse, it's that, like, yeah, some games they do look unwinnable, and then these guys might find a way to win it. I'm not saying that's going to happen here and now.
There it is.
But history's there.
Well, let's look to the present, maybe even the future.
All right, 5-13. Ooh, we're in sync. Look at this. Device barreling down, already past this orb. There is a rotation from Dexter. He could get turned to mincemeat by these MAC-10s. There's the first kill. Now, does he keep fighting here? He does have the orb, so he wants to try and keep them at range and deny them getting this site control. He can't do that, but he's at least stayed alive and kept this 5v4 open to Mousesports for the retake.
Yeah, Molly pushes a man back up the stairs, but the doors are closed for Acor. Flashing the angle and 3 players moving in. The door gets swung, and now the attention's drawn. Coming down control could be the right time to do so. Astralis might just crunch. They're looking to rush for the MAC-10s. 3 players here. The flash is in, and the door gets swung again. No one is getting kills. Everyone is playing with their food, and Ross comes in late with a missed shot. He needed to hit that. His teammates will pick up the pieces, but Magisk with the backstab and 3 kills on his plate. Yoinked by Glaive, and finally, all it took were the MAC-10s to get Astralis a 14th round.
Rops! Oh no, the misses! He just couldn't land a bullet. The MAC-10s, they keep it fast. They make it look scary. And as to where this is looking to end up. Feeling the pressure. Here comes the A play. 2 players here. It's BMAS and it's Rops, but they drop through the vent into Dexter. He's got to get out of danger now. They start to wrap onto him. 10 seconds. Dexter, a hell of a lot of work to do, but just 1 man on 14 points of health, but he's dropped the bomb, and there's no time left. Astralis, they try to play it slow again, and once more that clock comes back to bite them.
It feels like, this A site is pretty closed off right now. Molly on the roof won't do a thing. Astralis go back to standard smokes to cross secret. Rops pushing through the ramp smoke, and his hit fully blind. He gets that kill, but it is traded. He has big reaction, but he oversteps the mark and commits into Dupree, who doubles down. Device holding door, and Acor in the corner. But there's no way you can stop the plant in this position. Magisk is on the bomb site.
Oh, it's weird. It's weird. They are likely discounting this spot. I say that. Glaive is actually
the one position he
very the timing, but there it is, the flick back round, and now he should be dead. That's Acor flushed out and Frozen left alone in the 1v4. Not really much for him to do here. And Frozen has done well to find the opener at least, and it's quite the scalp to find. Well, never mind. Never mind. Acor up here on top of the garage. Don't know how that one doesn't connect. And you got to hit the shot right away if you want to beat a guy like Dupree. Picking up the pace, gets shot in the face as Dexter's Deagle put him one in the grave. Now jiggling in towards Squeaky Door. He spots one, but he doesn't realize there's more where that came from. The Deagle still delivering, still landing these shots. And Dexter's Deagle looking deadly. In with the swing. It's BMAS dropped in the hut. And now suddenly what was looking good, looking recoverable, has all come up in favor of Astralis. Robs, they're going his way. There's the first, and now just Magis, but he holds down the line, and Astralis take the map pick of Mouse. That there is Astralis 1-0 up in their opening series here at Katowice. They've hit the ground running.
And yeah, this is a nice setup, because if Acor does just stick in this corner, you know, he can get traded by Dexter. But he's pushed into Device, who hasn't moved since the map started, finding his first kill.
Hey, you're feeling worried now if you're Mouse, right? You wanted to hit the ground running to begin this CT side. Robs deleted over at the long side, and oh, it's a CT wrap. Of course, you would never see this one coming if you're Mouse. Even then, to deal with Frozen, they've dispatched Glaive. He's like, yeah, I'll run him down. Oh, wait, A's clear, guys. A's clear. It's not clear. Frozen's... Oh, there it is. It does get it. Oh, but B's clear, guys. Clear. Device calls it. And now they start to run towards B. There isn't a lot of time on the clock, but yeah, it should be good for the bomb plant. And they're just hunting Frozen down. Watch out for the... Oh, Device! Dupree, well, he's getting the trade.
Robs with the Scout Kevlar. He's the only man who can really put up a heavy beating on this side of the map. Mousesports are boosting the AK. Fast in through the long molly for Zip. He's going to smoke off Acor, who can just go through it, right? Nothing to lose, everything to gain. If Rob gets a tag, Acor can deliver the pain, and that he does. Bomb dropped, Acor with more damage, and he's upgraded as well, spraying and taking down Zip. This eco is perfection for Mousesports, and Dupree in a 1-on-5 with no bomb and 50 seconds to do it.
Yeah, what on earth is Dupree meant to do here? There's one, but the trade is immediate for Dexter. Mousesports haven't rotated around yet. They're still anxious that this is nothing more than a very elaborate ruse, and that's not the case. Zip is actually throwing the bomb into the view of these players in the site. I don't even think they know about this Dark player yet in the form of Frozen. They've deked out Acor, and they will check for Frozen over in Dark. He's still alive, and now Dupree is stuck. He's trapped. They're in CT. They're in the bomb site, and he's got nowhere to move. 10 seconds. He needs this kill, and in with the swing. Frozen holds the line.
Ooh. Yeah, they both trade smokes. Glaive's just going to go right through. He's at least on a timing, but Frozen's here off of a rotate off of B. And Mousesports have had no problem in leaving Acor or Dexter alone on this B bomb site and just holding down the line. Acor's got to do so again, and he's going to hit the first shot, back in with another. Acor cleans it up. A post-Astralis error, but right now we're in the midst of it. 4-on-4 and contacting up on long. Mousesports again, solo B, leaving Dexter in this position, and he's on a nice off angle, but he's got to commit to the spray. Dupree re-peeks back in with a jiggle wiggle, and Astralis now running around the moto.
Yeah, still too strong. It's Robs and BMAS. There's the first for Robs, but immediately traded, and BMAS very, very low. Still finding kills, trying to set Frozen up for the clutch. A 1v2 versus Dupree and Magisk. Easier said than done. That Molotov missed the mark, bomb down, not really planted for anything, but it's this double setup in the site that's going to prove very, very rough for Frozen to navigate. Two players, similar angles, different elevation. Bit of a reposition from Dupree. Leaves him out of line with Magisk, but there's the swing, and Dupree's hungry for the kills. Yeah, just a standard B execute. Frozen and Dexter, how are they going to respond to this? Device has already run through. Braving these smokes. He's deep within enemy lines. Dexter on for one and almost the double, but denied by Dupree. It's a 4-on-4 retake from Mouse at this B bomb site. And with utility still to spare for Astralis, that smoke goes down in CT just to keep the angle cut off that much longer. This is a bit of a rough one for Mouse. Now they do have all these Molotovs, all these nades, and a smoke as well. That smoke can either be used on the bomb or to block off Banana, knowing that that's where the bomb is planted for. So that can come in handy later in the round. It's a flurry of utility and trades going back and forth, but ultimately, Mouse looking good in this one. They tap the bomb, they bait these shots through the Banana, and Frozen sticking it, getting off the bomb, trying to hold the line, in with the first. The spray transfers almost through, but there's no time left. It comes down to the wire. Zip and Frozen
Astralis, are they going to pop through this smoke? A re-smoke comes through, and so do they.
Oh, they try to run in. Glaive pops off alongside Dupree to open up into top mid, and suddenly Dexter, once again, the focal point in this A-hold. He starts to move in. Dexter, is he ready for the apartment swing? Doesn't need to be. It's Magis to beat them to the punch. And that's probably the save solidified here for Mousesports. 5 on the board for Astralis.
So right back to A they go.
Oh no, this is turned very, very rough, very, very quickly. BMAS needs to deliver. The Molotov might slow them down, but Zip goes running through it. They smoke the molly. They are charging BMAS down. The cavalry's running in, but with limited time on the clock, and BMAS just trying to buy time.
Nice.
There it is. They say it's priceless, and yet here he is offering it up in high supply. There's no time for Zip. No matter how good you are at clutches, you can't beat the clock. Mousesports, they lock in that round. Oh, it's a little awkward. BMAS can't smoke this. Robs was the only man with utility. You know, usually if Robs is spotted like that, you can at least have BMAS drop the smoke. That doesn't happen. The numbers have dwindled elsewhere. That's because, you know, you get a lot of freedom on the back of pins or pinning Robs in like that. Allows the peek onto Boiler side. BMAS gets dropped out of the round. The B player falls as well. And then, you know, you compound that into the fact that you lose A-Core early on, and it shaped up to be a pretty grim round for Mousesports. Device at the front end of this one. Smoke in CT, the boost needs to deliver. They spot the first, and I think Device even saw the player boosted, so they know this setup. Dexter decides to drop out. That's because of the Molotov. And Frozen's doing a very good job of just being a nuisance, just buying time, but it doesn't matter. Device doubling up. That's exactly what he needed to do if Mousesports did want to convert this and did want to turn it back in their favor. Now they have this plant and a 3-on-3 to work with. Rops does have a defuse kit and an AK on A-Core.
Yeah, this is such a difficult round though. Robs can't afford to go in first either. A-Core getting sprayed and damage done, but not enough. Device still standing, and Zip peeks in, giving Robs a chance. He can flash high for BMAS to come out on the coffin and try and play the trade game onto him. Still a player holding Banana. Device is repositioned. Robs is keeping his eyes on it, but they don't actually know. And with the time ticking so quickly, this seems like a done round. Robs being killed confirms that at least, and BMAS is in for damage, and he won't even get it. Still a 7th round for Astralis, and the last round of the half, an ace for Device to deal with that eco round. A long way away, but they're crunching middle, so they're going to have this info ahead of time. They know at this point it's a B play. It's just about how many players are here, and now with 2 nades going down at the same time, that's all the confirmation Mousesports need. Bomb planted and retaking a 4-on-2.
Oh, Glaive tries to get in their face, and so it's left to Magis, because that a pretty quiet game. Now he's got a chance to show his mettle over here at the back of the site. The molly rains in. That's going to nullify one of these angles, and at this point it should be pretty obvious where Magisk is hiding out. In with the swing, whittled down, they're getting ever closer, and there it is. They deal with him. They grab that defuse, and Mousesports narrowly winning out this first half at 8-7.
Enough for one of these BXX. That certainly looks to be the game plan. Zip missed the timing. A player's crept out to his close right. He might be a dead man walking, and he doesn't even know it. Throwing nades, and he finds the frag on the fadeaway with the grenade as well. Zip getting far more than you should ever be allowed in that position. 5-on-2. Somehow, some way, Astralis have just slaughtered Mousesports.
The fact that the nade kills someone there is just wild, right? That's 2 kills in a split second. Now the bomb's not planted. Are they going back to A? That is wild if that's the game plan. Now Magisk is waiting though.
Yeah, you know, definitely want to try it out of the gate, but whether you'll remain with it, the entire T side will have to see. He's got a Zeus, and he's got a kill with it. A-Core, how's he done that? He was hidden at top B behind the wall, and he kills Glaive with the Zeus, getting himself an M4. Wow, $200 investment, big results, but it might not matter with his flank and hot pursuit Device. Doming 2 from behind, and with the bomb lost, A-Core, he's making this one interesting. What is going on? He almost aces the round with a $200 investment. Rops with a deagle. Magis looking the right way, but he turns, and it's an eco win for Mousesports. Oh my goodness. And that will be a costly round for Astralis.
It's electrified, man. That's juicy indeed. Throws the CT smoke and retrieves one from the dead body of Dexter. Now they fall away from B, but this is information that Astralis have. They hear the footsteps going back. Robs gets out through the apartments, but is blindsided on the trade by Magisk. Device is already here. How has this happened? He's so damn quick, so decisive in this decision to rotate. They surely won't be ready for the AWP engrave, but they are. Acor beats him in the head-to-head. Now left up in the 1v2, and it's back towards that B-bomb site again. This time, actually going for the long wrap. Little hop to get himself there. Dodges the timings in through CT. They're rotating through Banana, expecting they can catch up to the guy. Right now, the whole map is a bit of a mystery. Magisk is staying back in the A site. Acor's got around the world and then back again into B.
Oh my.
Glaive digs him out, but the bomb plant comes in at least. Very, very fast on the rotation, though. And Alex instead to just take these fights with the flash from Zip. Nobody's blind. They hide in the pool. This gives them a decent bit of room to work with. That smoke now goes down to try and give him more angles to play with. Dexter bests him in the head-to-head, and now the sheer numbers alone, right? Like, you look at the weaponry, like, yeah, they've retrieved the M4 and they got the MP9, but these players, you know, well, two of them are armorless. Zip trying to bide his time in the smoke, trying to pick the right moment to go through, and there's the kill onto the bomb plant. Acor trades it, but there's very little time. This bomb's got to go down now, and a 3v2 retake. Astralis already poised for it, thanks to Glaive's push down through middle. They're already here. Owls posting up. Acor with a double in the round, holding CT, just waiting for a peek that hasn't arrived yet. Glaive's going to go ahead and smoke the coffins, trying to cut off a player, and that will isolate BMAS out of this round, leaving Acor as the one man in the site, deleted by Dupree, and BMAS through the smoke is gone as well. Mousesports, it all falls apart. The retake comes through for Astralis. Yeah, this double pit setup can be tricky to deal with, but Magis blindsided by Robs. Oh, still gets one more blind, and now they don't account for Dupree. Down in the pit, he's on for a double, but denied by Frozen. And Dexter putting up numbers as well. Gonna go with the distance here as Mousesports put 11 on the board. We said they needed to break that momentum, right? They needed this kind of point break.
Maybe caught looking at the map. Who knows? But it's a massive kill for Magis to keep Astralis in this round, who actually have over-rotated, who moved everyone towards B with things going quiet, and Dexter getting ticked by the molly, which was heard by Zip. Now they stand in a 2-2 setup. Frozen's walked through the long smoke, trying to battle with Dupree, but he's giving it up already. With 10 seconds, the plant is allowed, and there's nothing Astralis can say or do about it. Mousesports win the round right then and there. And 3 pistols, and Device ace them running into B. So, oh no, we have got the same situation now, except with more firepower and more pushing. Dupree is not waiting for them to come to him, and he has taken Dexter out of the middle choke. 2 on 5. Surely no one going to be coming in and acing this one for Mousesports to pull the rabbit out of the hat. Frozen caught in mid, Robs in apps. This won't be a surprise to Astralis either, and they've got the bomb down. They already know he was spotted from pit, and that might be the round. Astralis flawless with no money.
Looking to make a pretty precise incision into this offensive of Mousesports. Here he is. There's the first. Ducking into the smoke, trying to keep himself hidden. Oh, the spam doing a lot of damage, but not dealing the killing blow. Leaves Frozen in a very rough spot indeed. Has to get the reload off as well. Time is running out for Frozen. And there's Glaive putting 14 on the board for the Danes.
And Mousesports, I mean, there's almost no way you can even make this round look interesting.
Oh yeah, Device don't fall for the jiggle. Oh, another star peeking into him. Acor spotted in Boiler, and Frozen dead in the apartments. They know where the last man is, and they gun him down. Astralis onto 15 map and series point, looking to take a 2-0 victory into this B-bomb site after all. But to do that, you got to get past these 2 Titans, Glaive and Zip. They both get down in the pit, and Dexter's dropped through the smoke as the IGLs go blow for blow. Zip playing up close, really serving to complicate matters as this smoke fades. It's Glaive in with another. He can't even see them, and yet he's doing all the damage. Glaive, not the one to sweat bullets, but here he is making it look good. Frozen, last man standing in a sea of Astralis. No real time to work with and very little left to do apart from die, as now The chances for Mouse are out the window, and Frozen knows it. This is an Astralis victory locked on in. They take it 2-0. The Danes looking dominant to open this up. There might have been some doubt there in the second half, but they weather the storm.
Hollywood perfect.